Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Living Room Sets. Again, I am your host, Mr. Corey Ether, and if you were tuned in, which I hope you were, you would have just seen the homie Risk. Welcome. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing fabulous. How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. Thanks for asking. And for the people at home that did not check you out, could you go back? Can you let the people know what risk means?
Risk stands for Rap Ignite Street Knowledge. Street knowledge is overall knowledge, spiritual knowledge, mental knowledge, physical knowledge. So Rap Ignite Street Knowledge, knowledge that you can use.
Super dope, man. So one thing I really liked about your performance, I like the fact that you rapped over instrumentals, and there are a lot of dope artists out there, but I really like when artists don't rap over their lyrics. So I just wanted to give you a kudos on that, man.
Appreciate you.
That was super dope, man. So what I can tell, like when I met you this evening, sir, it seemed that you have a very I can tell that you've come to peace somewhere within yourself, man. I could tell you was probably a wild guy back in the day, man. But you come to peace, like you're a married man. You know what I mean. So what? And you're an artist. So tell me how that is being a family man, being a dope hip hop artist. How do you balance those things?
It's a balancing act that I'm still figuring out right now. But what I do know is I'll be better for my wife. I'll be better for my kids as long as I'm doing what I love the most, which is music, making it, recording it, practicing it, performing it live. So as long as I'm doing that, then the balancing act is already taking a turn to be in balance. It's not the easiest thing in the world because responsibilities come first. So we're still learning how to manage that. I have two kids that I have to worry about as well. But for the most part, as much as it is a balancing act, I'm moving in purpose. So if I'm moving in purpose, I have nothing to worry about.
Great answer, man. I love it, man. I like the fact that you like family, in my opinion, comes first, man. Like you can like be a millionaire tomorrow, but like if your family ain't healthy, and together, it just doesn't play a huge whatever, right? So how long have you been an artist, man? How long have you been rapping?
I've been rapping since I was 6 years old. I started recording seriously at 17, which was my junior year in high school. I'm 28 right now. But I spent my whole life rapping pretty much and making music, freestyles, freestyle battles. Music has been my calling for a long time. So I've been doing it for a while.
That's what's up, man. And what are some of the challenges that you've had thus far? As I know, like you've been doing this for a while, and you've done it since not only you were a minor, but now you're an adult. So, what are some of the challenges that you've had to overcome, and some of the challenges that you're still overcoming?
I take care of everything that I can control. So I'm a perfectionist. I work on my craft. I study my craft. I study my legends. So that stuff I can control. The stuff that's an issue is the stuff that I can't control, like money for studio time. You might say, well, you just get a job and make some money, then you can pay for studio time. But there's many other things that come before I'm gonna pay for studio time, responsibility wise. And the other thing it would be is paying for beats from producers. I believe in ownership and getting the biggest cut that you can get. And I have never been in a rush to get my music on DSPs for that exact reasons. Producers can strike you down. They can take your music. That's free game, by the way, for people who don't know. Producers can strike your music down, strike your projects down, and then they won't get played, and you won't make any money from it. So producers who know their worth the way I know my worth, with my songwriting ability and my rapping ability, if I had to charge somebody for a verse, it'd be a lot. So the beats that I look for, they're usually a lot. So finding a way to pay for those beats, come into a deal so I can make something from it, and the producer and the beat maker who made it can make something from it as well.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate your transparency on that challenge. I'm pretty certain that's a challenge that many artists go through. Is financially draining. It's kind of like if you don't pay in the front end, on the front end, you're gonna pay on the back end, right?
R.I.S.K.
So it's kind of like you have to try to pay as much as possible on the front end so you can kind of enjoy the back end, right? Um, but I will say, like in today's like technology is like taking over. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel like something I started doing is the studio is expensive. I love my engineer. Shout out to Stacia. Shout out to my other guy,
Shout out Jeremy.
Tay 290. These are two people I work with very well, but like I learned how to record my own vocals. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say, just a suggestion. You know what I mean? Maybe invest in some equipment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Holler at the wifey, like, look, this our future, boo. I ain't even gotta spend money at the studio. I'm gonna build it in the crib, boo.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what she gonna say.
Yeah.
And then you know what I
Yeah.
mean. But you go talking into it. But I will say, you get you a simple, decent setup at the crib. You can record your vocals. You have plenty of YouTube tutorials. You know what I mean. Learn to record your vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Learn how to make your own beats. I guarantee it'll save you a lot of money, and it will also make you a lot of money.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, moving forward, who are some of the artists that you want to work with in the near future?
I want to work with the people within my inner circle. I feel like I've put together a group of people who stand out and, quite frankly, are just better than everybody else. So I want to work with them. I want to link and make beautiful music that gives people something that they can feel. So that goes for V, who y'all just saw, Vida. That goes for McPaul, who I have a collab project out with. That goes for my sister. That goes for Maya Day. That goes for many others. But that's my inner circle right there. That's my crew. That's who I want to make music with the most.
Super dope, man. And what do you have going on this year in 2023, man?
I'm working on my debut project. It's tough being an artist when you go up there, you put on a show, and then somebody comes up to you, hey man, you know, where can I get your stuff? You on Apple Music? You on Tidal? And I have an answer for them, but it's not just my stuff solo. So I'm working on my debut project. You know, got to pay for them beats, y'all. So be patient with me. But working on my debut project, working on music videos, and then continue to do shows like this and other ones.
That's what's up, sir. And I wanted to ask you about mental health. I think it's super dope that you speak about mental health in your mental health for men in your music. Because I really feel like it's something that's not discussed enough in our community. I feel like it's super important, man. And I can tell that you've gotten through some things, right? Like we all go through things, but I think it's important for us to get through things, right? So can you talk to us about maybe what made you be such a great advocate for men's mental health? What got you into that, and maybe some organizations that you're a part of?
I'm not a part of any organizations besides like God. What up, though, God?
What up?
But music with a message and music that makes you feel something is what I always strive to make. I haven't been allowed to indulge in much cypher rap for some years now because God has made a calling for me to put purpose in my music. And purpose in the music would be things that I deal with in my personal life or things that other people deal with that I can relate to and write about. So with the mental health thing, it's just very important to me. Recently being diagnosed with ADHD about a year ago, learning more about myself and understanding that it's not just me. Even though in the moment it feels like, why is it just me? So if I can make some music to make people feel like, oh, I go through that too, but then they can also catch the message at the end of the song, which is, oh, we going to fight through this and we going to get through this, then I'm doing something the right way. So that's why I do it.
That's what's up, sir. I like that. And what is some advice that you would tell some up and coming artists right now? Maybe some that you wish you would have had. What's some game that you can give to up and coming artists right now?
You know, sometimes when I go back and I listen to my legends, that is the advice, study your legends. I realize how good they were at such a young age. So I want to say that Nas was around like 17 or 18 years old when he made Illmatic. And if anybody knows Illmatic and the lyrics on that album, that is nuts to be rapping the way he was rapping at 18 or 17 years old. And I know how good I was at 18 or 17 years old. And it was nowhere near that good. So study your legends. You'll be a leg up on your competition and everybody else as long as you study. Study, you'll realize that there's nothing new under the sun, which means it gives you the best ability to create something and come with something new. You'll learn different album ways that you can put it together and everything like that, video ideas, but study your legends. I got that from Kendrick Lamar, and I haven't looked back since.
Man, that's some great advice from Kendrick Lamar, and some great advice from you, sir. And can you tell the people at home where they can find you on social media, please?
Yes, sir. You can catch me on IG at R.I.S.K. __ DIFF. That's R.I.S.K. R.I.S.K. 2 DIFF. I'm also on Twitter at _official risk. The way you spell official the correct way with risk. You can catch me on TikTok at RiskDiff313. My gamer tag on Xbox is RiskDiff313 if y'all want to get y'all ass bust in 2K. And that pretty much covers it.
That's what's up, man. And before I get you out of here, I wanted to ask about the lovely Vida at the that you introduced, man. I was going to ask you about her, and I was going to ask you if you can introduce her, because I want to kind of ask her a couple of questions. You know what I'm saying?
100%. That's what I brought her here for.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So Vida, can you I'm sorry, Vida.
What you want, Vida? Yeah, Vida.
Life, right?
Yeah, life. Miss Life over there.
Period, Pooh. Okay. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
So yeah. So how did so tell us, Vida, how did you all link up? You know what I mean? Hello, Vida. How are you?
Hey, what's good?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How you doing?
I'm well. Thank you for asking.
Sure.
So you did a wonderful job on your record. And what is the name of the record again?
Something you don't get.
Something You Don't Get. So can you tell us a little bit about that record, please?
When I wrote it, I did have somebody in mind, but it's something that I know a lot of people can relate to in relationships. Like, something you don't get is just how much I freaking love you. And like, specifically that line where it's like, I love you, but you can't appreciate it. I deal with it, but I effing hate it. It's like, I love making sure that my songs are relatable so that it can touch people, because I know that that's what I meant. Like, that's what I was put here to do, to touch people. And I was gifted that from God, for real. So every song that I make, every rap that I make, because I also do rap. Yes, sir. Watch out for that. But every song or rap that I make, I just wanted to touch people. Like, not even just relate, but actually have some type of vibration that can change them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really all it takes. Like, a big inspiration of mine would be XXXTentacion. Like, when he died, literally suicide rates went up because people just loved him so much. And just through listening, it felt like they had a best friend. Sure. So it's most definitely what I'm working on. Yeah.
So where are you from, Vida?
I'm from Bolingbrook, Illinois. I stay in Joliet.
Okay, that's what's up. That's where I heard that's where everything's popping at now. Okay. That's what's up. And how long have you been a musician?
I started off with poetry. It's pretty blurry timeline. But about, I say, when I was 16, I started really realizing that I was actually really good at both of those things. Mm-hmm. So I started taking it a little bit more serious. So I ain't been in the studio much, but that's when I really started writing a whole bunch and wanting to get serious.
So what was the turning point? What was like you looked in the mirror and you was like, yo, I got all these bars. I be rapping. I got poetry going on and everything. Mm-hmm. Yo, let me get up out my shell and stuff and get out here. You know what I mean? Like, maybe R.I.S.K can introduce me on a virtual concert in 2023. You know what I mean? So, like, what was the turning point to get you to get your show?
The turning point? I had made this one song that made somebody cry. And I was just like, oh, wow. Like,
wait, what was the name of the song?
I didn't have a name for it.
What was the song about, may I ask?
It was about it was love. It was about love, but it was like more so. It's kind of like the song I just sung, for sure.
Was the song about them?
No, It was
Oh,
a different song.
okay.
I just wrote that off the dome.
Okay, that was hard. That was hard. Okay. And so can we expect something from you in 2023? And if so, what can we expect from you?
Most definitely. Much like my boy over here, I am such a perfectionist. Like even a song I just sung, like I cringed 10 times, even though everybody says it's good. So, like that's very important to me to 10 out of 10 enjoy and being confident in everything that I put out. So, this year I'm most definitely trying to get into the studio more. Like I said, I'm trying to write a lot more often, even though I do write a lot. I'm trying to write more songs and find my voice for real. So hopefully this year I at least drop 2 or 3 songs. But the first thing I really want to drop is an EP, just so everybody can get a taste of this versatility. So
That's what's up. Well, I know that we will all be on the lookout for everything that you have going on this year. And how can everyone find you on social media?
at missvida.v on Instagram, MSVIDA.v. And my TikTok is VW Curly.
Super awesome. We definitely appreciate you coming here. And ladies and gentlemen at home, don't y'all go anywhere. We have the homie Wonderful about to come up after we pay these bills, though. So get y'all drinks together, herbal lessons, bathroom break. Tell dude that you go text him after. You go call him after you see Wonderful, Ether, and Marty. I bet. Later.